everybody. Welcome to the Business Awareness Hour. My name is Norman Wasserman, and the Princess of Podcast, Holly Holiday, is joining us this evening. Hello, Holly.
Hello, Mr. Norman. How are you?
I am fine, thanks. Do you ever think of changing your name from Holly Holiday to Holly Hollywood?
No.
No? Okay. That's a nice.
I had someone I worked with that would call me Hollywood. That was my nickname. So,
What's going on in North Carolina? What's up?
oh, it's freezing here. This morning I had to put a down coat on. It was like, what's with this weather? It's May 12th. So, but it's pretty. It's green and gorgeous. But yeah, that's what's going on here.
It was pretty nice here today. Yesterday was a little cloudy, but today it's nice. We got a great guest
Yes, we
this
do.
evening. Actually, I guess she did well enough or what have you that this is her second trip in less than 2 years. So we welcome her back, and we're going to welcome Terry Moore's Speaking and Coaching Services. Hello, Terry.
Hello, how are you?
All
Hey,
right, nice to
Terry.
see you again. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you. Welcome to the business. Where did I get clapping? The audience is clapping. They probably remember the other show and how good it was, and now they want to be here with you now. So tell us, Terry Moore, what's your story? What's your business all about?
My business, Terry Moore Coaching and Speaking Services, is about helping individuals who are stuck, and I help them remove emotional triggers from their past, the things that's possibly been holding them back for decades. And we go in there word by word on that emotional clearing chart and do a deep dive into each word to figure out who's the culprit or circumstance that's holding them back from living a real life and knowing the real them. And so my other part of it is I am a national keynote speaker, actually national and international, and I help individuals all across the country being on stages and sharing my own personal story that I'm sure that Norman's going to want me to talk about today. And I'm excited about that because every time I share my story, I heal from it. And then the other part of me is I'm a best-selling author with a book called Face to Face with God, My Best Friend. And that's another thing. And then we'll talk about my other project later. So thank you.
Thought Holly was your best friend.
Do what now?
I thought Holly was your best friend.
She ranks up there.
Well,
We
you
live in the
guys
same
live near
town.
each other, if I'm not mistaken, right?
We
Say
do
that
live in
again?
the same town, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we live in the same town. And when she moved here, it was like in the first month, somehow we got connected. I can't remember. But yes, I've known Terry for a long time.
Yes.
All right, tell me what a resilient coach is. I mean, I know what the word resilient means, but explain to me what a certified resilient coach does for somebody.
Sure. Great question. So when I started my own journey to discover who the real Terry was inside, I found that she was missing a lot of stuff because I would only be giving myself a zero. I had very low self-esteem. And so I became a resilient coach because I want to help men and women understand no matter what they've been through in their life, no matter what age they are, they can still become that resilient person for themselves and others. And a resilient person, it knows how to bounce back from adversity. And my friends will tell you, I'm like a cat with 9 lives. Different things that has happened in my life, and I'm sure we'll get into that in a little bit. And for me to look in the mirror and give myself a loud and proud 10, it did not come easy. And so that's what my mission is for the rest of my life is I want to help those individuals to be able to look in the mirror and give themselves a loud and proud 10.
That's
love it.
very admirable for what
Thank
it is
you.
you want to do. Let's go back in time a little bit. When you were a teenager, this show is all about businesses and so on and so forth. Um, did you have a job as a teenager?
Oh my, yes. I had probably 3 jobs at once at a shopping center. I worked in a pretzel place. I worked for an Indian
Pretzel place?
store.
What do you like Annie's Pretzels?
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Those are good pretzels.
I
They're
know I
really
ate a
good
lot of pretzels.
I like the butter ones. Okay. Anyway, so you worked in a pretzel factory,
Uh-huh.
and what else did you do?
I worked for a store that sold Indian stuff in the same shopping center. And then I
Like
worked for,
American Indian?
huh?
American Indian?
I think so. I do think so, yes.
Okay.
They talked English, so that was good because I actually ended up babysitting
That's
for
a
their
good
kids.
start.
And
That's-
then I worked for Basket and Robbins in the same shopping center.
yeah. It's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Their
That
chocolate mint chip.
All right. So you got finished with ice cream. You had pretzels. You probably gained about 20 pounds during that period in time. And then you went on to college or in high school. What else did you do before you took the leap into the real world?
I graduated from high school. I graduated from vocational school as a administrative assistant. I did not go to college. My parents could not afford it. And I really have no regrets in that.
You should.
I think I would have been a good student anyway.
Okay, so you didn't go to college, so now you had to go into the real world.
Mhm.
Okay, what did you do?
I became a administrative assistant for Amana Refrigeration Products. I was there for about 2 years.
What did that consist of doing?
Oh my gosh, filing, being on the phone, talking to salespeople, typing, different
You
things
got
like
your
that.
foundation.
Do what?
You got your foundation.
I did. Yes, I did.
Why did you pick the profession that you're in? Tell us the story about that. We like stories.
The profession that I'm in right now.
Well, pick one.
Okay,
How
great.
many? How many did you have?
No, I'll go with the one I'm in now.
Okay.
Actually, when I was the founder and former director of a domestic violence organization that I started from scratch, I'd been there 9 years and it was very challenging, very stressful. And I had a board that really wasn't wanting to raise a lot of money. So it was really challenging to just get paychecks out. And my executive coach, who had over the board and so forth like that, she came to me and shut my door, and she went to my whiteboard and she wrote speaker, empowerment coach, workshop facilitator, radio talk show host, and best-selling author. And she says, well, what do you think? And I said, yeah, I see you being all of these. She says, no, I see you being all of these. And I just kind of went into shock because that's not anything I would have entertained. But I knew I had talent. And so when she said that, I got to be honest with you, I started to cry because I never, ever had anybody believe in me that much. I didn't believe that much of myself.
That's nice.
But that night, it started all hitting me. And then, of course, I had talked to the husband because it was going to be over $3,500 to go through this woman's course, trained as a coach. And he was very on board with it. He says, I see you being all of these. I was like, wow.
And so you started your career in coaching.
Yes.
Yeah,
After
If
the
I can just go
nonprofit.
back- if I can just go back for a second,
Sure.
you got into this part of your life, but you had problems with your parents. You had problems at home,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Definitely.
You want to share that?
Sure. I'd be glad to. My parents, I knew they loved me, but they didn't show it like nurturing or I love you or hugs or anything like that. I was actually raised around alcoholic parents. And they, at times, my dad was not this way, but my mom, she certainly made me feel like I was just not good enough. And it was more so when she was drinking that she became very, I don't want to say belligerent and, just saying mean things about me. Now,
She
why
was
can't
not
you be
happy
like
with
so and
herself.
so? Do what now?
She was not happy with herself, so she was putting you down.
when she was drinking. Other
Yeah.
times she was just the best mom ever. But my dad,
She was probably very jealous of the fact that you've achieved or had achieved more than she had, especially
possibility.
at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was a very well-known administrative assistant in Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah. So that's how I got pushed into that.
Then you had some problems with bullies, didn't you?
Yes, my brother would bully me all the time. And then when I was in, the first day of kindergarten, right? This is our independent day. We say, bye bye, mommy, bye bye, daddy. Within 5 seconds, a little boy came up to me named Jim Brocky, and he said 3 things that stole my self confidence in a matter of seconds. He said, why does your hair look like it's been put in a light socket? Why does your clothes look like it came out of a dumpster? And why are you so ugly? And see, I was very cute. I looked like Shirley Temple back then with my curls and everything, except I had blonde hair. And I had this nice little outfit on, and I felt like I was a queen when I walked in there. But I walked out. I hate kindergarten. I don't want to go back. Mom, don't let me have to go back tomorrow. So,
You let
anyway,
him get to you.
she won the battle there. But this guy held power over me till I got out of high school, and then realized that I don't need him in my life anymore. So
He
Yeah.
probably liked you emotionally.
no, he didn't.
Guys and girls can do that. They can be sarcastic. They can be belligerent and stuff. And then they find that one person that doesn't fight back.
Right. True. Very
If you
true.
fight back, they leave.
That's true. That is so true.
They leave.
Yeah.
What's your main mission? What are you looking to do? Is it help people?
Yes. My main mission, and I just turned 70, is the rest of my life.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. For the rest of my life, I just want to be on stages. I want to be on podcasts. I want to write more of my books. I want to coach as many people as I possibly can to help them to understand that, like I said earlier, no matter what they've been through, no matter what age they are, they can still live the life that they were created to be. And that's my mission, to be a very impactful speaker. And we're working on that. It's getting closer and closer.
And you've been doing this, I mean, your whole life, really. I mean, it's been in you. You've been trying to help people and be there for people. But what I want to hear before we go into that is I want to hear about your pool story when you were younger. Because this is a part that makes you who you are. And I love it. I love this story.
Thank you. Well, I started playing pool when I was 5 years old. We had a pool table down in the basement. And it was funny because I got to the point where I was even beating my dad at a very early age. And so the pool hustling came in at a time in my life when I desperately needed money. And we'll go into that in a little bit too, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But yes, I would walk into these places, Holly, and I would be like, they'd be like, well, I'm here to see Terry Bracken. I go, well, that's me. See, my business name is Terri. My legal name is Terry. So when they heard that they were playing a Terry, they automatically assumed it was a man. And so I said, well, I'm Terry Bracken. They go, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake.
How did they know you? How did they know your name? Were you just well known?
I was well known in the bar scenes. And so they were like, well, is there any pool hustlers that come into this bar? And they were like, yeah, Terry Bracken. And that's where they assumed that it was a man. And I'll never forget this one time. I don't know if you're familiar with billiards or not, but it came down just to the 8 ball.
Right.
And the guy goes, you're not going to make that. I said, do you want to put $500 more down on that?
How much?
500.
Oh, wow. That was a lot.
$500 from.
Yeah. And so
did you steal it from the pretzel store?
No, No, he was putting $500 down. Oh no, I knew I was going to win. I had no
I
problem.
see. Okay. What happens
How
if you
much
didn't
did he
win?
wager in the beginning?
2,500.
Oh my God.
2,500. Okay.
Yeah. So what happened was it was just by grace that this happened. But anyway, it went up and it hit the cue ball and it went right back in that pocket. And he goes, wow, he says, I don't ever want to play you again.
I love
Anybody
it.
tried to hold out on you? Didn't want to pay you?
No, he ended up paying me $3,000
No, he did.
that
But
night.
did anybody in your pool career? People don't like hustlers. So did anybody get stupid with you?
No, never
Okay.
had that.
Well, it
Actually,
really shows you how you were, you raised yourself and you had to take care of yourself and man, you went to the top. You didn't, go work at more Baskin Robbins. You knew you could make more money in this.
How long
I love it.
How long did you do your hustling for?
about 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, but it wasn't $2,500 every time. It could have been $500. It could
Did
have
you
been whatever
travel
these.
to different did you travel to different pool halls?
I did. Yeah, in Indianapolis. I actually became the #1 female pool hustler in the state of Indiana, and I got a trophy.
Oh my goodness.
Was
I
it
love it.
was it men or women that were involved in this one trophy, or was there a separate one for men and a separate one for women?
No, it was separate one for men and women.
Gotcha.
I never hustled a woman though. Never hustled a woman. They were
Was
all
there
men.
anybody else was there any other female hustlers?
I'm not in the place where I was surrounded.
They knew to stay away from you.
That's
I
right.
wouldn't let anybody else in. I was exclusive.
And so how old were you then?
Oh boy, 27.
Okay.
I was going
And
through a
this
divorce.
was, when did you start your nonprofit?
2007.
Okay. So okay.
Yes.
And so you went, so it kind of like gave you the confidence, I'm sure,
Yeah.
that you needed.
Definitely. Yes.
Now, when you were the founder and the executive director of Hope, Beacon of Hope Christ Center, what was this center all about? And besides you having to run the whole place, maybe you had some help, maybe you didn't. What did that do for you? How did that help you? You were helping a lot of people, but how did it help you?
That's a great question.
That's
Well,
two great questions tonight so far. I'm doing pretty good.
yeah, you are doing good.
On a roll.
Very good. So the reason I opened that organization is because I am a survivor of domestic violence and sexual abuse. And I'm going to say this as short as I can. This was not meant for me to happen. I didn't have a vision for this. Well, here's another thing. I was doing a fundraiser for another domestic violence organization in Indianapolis, and the pastor of that shelter came to this fundraiser that I was doing. Normally, we would have 40 to 60 people at my fundraisers. However, that night, I only had 5, and 4 of them were my friends, and one was an editor of a newspaper, plus the pastor. They've seen my presentation. I was not about to do a presentation for 2 people when I had 20 products.
Right.
And so I went in the restroom, and I was kind of distraught, and I said, okay, you just go out there and be that confident businesswoman that you are. And maybe there's something working behind the scenes. Maybe God's got a different plan in action here. And so I went out, and as we were talking to the pastor, he started sharing the statistics of domestic violence. Every 9 seconds, a woman is being abused. He talked about the dogs, the cats being abused, the kids having gunshots going off right above their head. And it really, really shocked us. But here's what happened. He leaned backward in his chair, and he looked at me, and he says, you are being called to lead this. To lead what? I've always wanted to open a pet shelter. And he goes, no, there's another need for another organization on the west side of Indianapolis, and I believe you're being called to do this. And next thing I know, I have my friends in my living room talking about Are we going to obey? Are we going to reject this? And so we felt like we were just all being called, and off we went. And so I was the executive director for 9 years.
Wow.
And what it did to me, it changed me. It changed me.
What was said to you?
Do what now?
What was said to you that changed you?
It wasn't what was said to me. It was how fast I had to get my self-esteem under control.
Mhm.
And how fast, because when I opened this, I was petrified of public speaking.
You what?
I was petrified of
Hey,
public speaking.
I thought you said you are petrified. I said I didn't know that.
No.
He's not petrified of anything now.
No. I mean,
No. And so
I'll take out
basically,
the whole cue and smack you in the head.
so basically what happened is all of a sudden I realized I am the face of this community. And so the first day we opened, I was getting phone calls from like churches and organizations. Hey, we want you to come and speak. I was having panic attacks. I was like, oh, I can't do this. But every time I went there, I told people that I am brand new in speaking. Just bear with me. And then as it came about, I just kept getting more confident and more confident and more confident. And so, yes.
God was showing his light on you.
Yes. And I'm not kidding you. That changed my life. You know, I had to be the backbone of that business. There are so many victims I had to sit down and tell, you know what? I do not want to see you being carried out on a body bag on the news. So you need to make your decision. You need to make it quickly. So my personality rose, my character rose. I got stronger as a person. I didn't let anybody give me any flack. So it changed me forever. I can tell you that.
How
And so
soon?
that was in Indianapolis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened after you closed that nonprofit?
Well, it's still going very strong today.
Okay.
Oh, it
Well,
is
when you
going
left the
strong.
nonprofit.
Oh, yeah. Under a different leadership. Yes.
When did you become a worldwide speaker from this point in time? Were you already speaking worldwide, or did that develop afterwards?
No, that developed afterwards. Yes. After I went and took a public speaking class.
What
But
was your first speaking engagement? Where were you? What did you do?
my first speaking engagement was at a networking group.
Ah,
And there was like 60 people there. And this is also when I was launching my coaching business. And so my coach said, well, you're not an LLC yet, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to just tell people you're going to have 5 free gift certificates for coaching on the podium, and people can come up and get it. You don't need to go hand them out or anything like that. And that's what happened. Five people took it. They turned into direct sales people. And next thing I know, I had so many clients, I didn't know what to do with.
so you had 60 people there, but you had five. So they didn't rush the stage in order to get one?
No, they really didn't. I think they waited for me to leave the podium, and then they confidentially went up.
Serious people the ones that waited.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you moved from Indianapolis to North Carolina,
Yes. 5 years ago.
and you were coaching then, and of course you've continued coaching. And how has I know that things have changed in your business from the last time that we saw you. So do you
Yes.
want to talk about that?
Sure.
You know, before we do that, Chris, I should have let you know. See if you have the contact information there that you can pop on the screen.
There we go.
Terry, tell everybody how to get in touch with you.
Well, everybody can just copy or take a picture of this screenshot and just give me a call. All my information's on there. The best way to get a hold of me is text me, 317-201-8389. I am on LinkedIn. You will find many Terry Moores on there. I am wearing a coral and teal outfit.
Oh, how
Thank
pretty.
you. Thank you.
Okay. Now you can go back to where we were.
We were talking about how your business has changed since the last time you were here. It's transformed into even something bigger.
Yes, yes, definitely. My first book that I wrote, it's still going strong. Just did a book signing in Jamestown. And so that's been exciting. And then I'm in the process of writing a 4-book series. And so what that means is they're going to be short reads, and they're going to be about empowerment, because there's a lot of women and men out there that cannot afford a coach. Okay.
Mhm.
And even though I'm a very affordable coach, they still can't do it. So my heart just kept telling me, you need to do this. And
What
so I've
type
been
of
working
people are you looking for to help?
publishers, definitely publishers, um, and different people like that. I've got a marketing person already. But the thing about it is, my first book's going to be about removing those emotional triggers that's keeping you stuck. And then the second book going to be about self-esteem, 8 areas of self-esteem that could be robbing the joy out of your life. And then the third one's going to be about forgiveness, because so many people think that they do not need to forgive others. And let me tell you something. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about you. And when I started working on the forgiveness part of my journey, I had 13 people that I needed to forgive, but I needed
Then
them.
you have to forgive yourself, which is
Yeah,
the biggest
right.
and the hardest.
Yes. And that was hard, because there was things that happened in my story that I blame myself for a long time. And that's what I teach now, that if you've gone through these circumstances, I don't know your circumstance, but if it's what I think it is, it's not your fault. So, and great question, Holly. And the other one is, I have a short film coming out, hopefully the end of May, and it's called Blessed Beyond Your Scars. And I titled it this way because so many people are still living in their scars and not their wounds. I am a person that's living in my wounds and not my scars. My scars are healed.
Terry, there was a gentleman that showed up this afternoon who says that he's an author. He's a young man. His name is Matt, if I'm not mistaken. You should call Mike tomorrow and ask about the new person whose name is Matt. And
Okay, I
just
remember him.
okay,
Yeah.
that would be a good idea.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's
You get on the show, you even get leads.
right. Yes. I'm taking new patients, new patients. That's not what I meant to say. New clients. I'm not a doctor. But the film is going to be released. Like I said, I've done the soft one in Greensboro, North Carolina, the premiere. However, they left my part out of the real person, and I'm sure people are wondering, well, where's Terry? What's Terry doing now? So, so that's why we're refilming that piece. And my mission for this film is to get out on all different channels. And definitely somebody has approached me about doing a documentary on Netflix, because my life has never been easy from the day that I was born. So I'm looking forward to what the future brings.
Now, I know that we talked about you said something about the day you were born.
Mhm.
So that's how does that, do you remember? I mean, some people actually remember that.
I do not remember it, but my mom told me, as well as my brother. So my brother wanted a baby brother. And when he found out from my grandparents that he just had a baby sister, first of all, he ran in the woods and was very, very upset. He made a comment to my grandma that when she gets home from the hospital, I'm going to kill her. And now,
He was going to kill your grandmother?
no,
No,
my
Terry.
brother was going to kill me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So, so the first day that I'm born, I'm already being rejected into the world because now my brother's rejecting me. And so when things happen like that and you hear it, you immediately go to like abandonment issues, trust issues, rejection, different things like that. When I was 4 days old and I came home from the hospital. He tried to suffocate me with a pillow. My mom caught him, thank God, because I think my brother was crazy enough that he'd probably do it. And we were 7 years apart. And so fast forward, I've been in car accidents. I've been in 9 car accidents. I've had 2 guns held
How
to my
many?
head.
Yeah,
9.
9 car accidents?
Oh my
9.
goodness.
I bet you not one of them was your fault.
1 was my fault.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And that's because they didn't have the stinking green arrows that they do now when you're making a left-hand turn. That's where it all
These were
happened.
all in Indianapolis?
Yes, yes. And so I have a bad neck right now that I get treatment for, but it's going to be with me the rest of my life. But I've just learned to deal with the pain. What can you do, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, I know what we're going to do. We're going to take a really short break. We're going to run a couple of advertisements. And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're going to be right back for some really good questions.
Hi, this is Holly Holiday with Website in a Day with Holly. Got an outdated site, one that's ghosting your sales, or no site at all? Every day without a great website is you're losing clients to your competitors and working twice as hard just to keep up. I know you're juggling everything, serving clients, answering calls, sending invoices, and somehow trying to market yourself, and it's exhausting. That's why I created a website in the day with Holly. I bring you strategic game plan plus design, SEO, a lead magnet, and a rock star copywriter making your words sell. When your ideal client lands on your new site, they instantly see their pain point and think, yes, I need what you have. By the end of the day, you'll have a gorgeous client getting machine that works 24/7. So you can breathe, relax, and focus on what you do best. No tech drama. No months of waiting. Mention the Business Awareness Hour and I'll give you a special gift. So book now at 336-253-3971. That's 336-253-3971. Or jump on my calendar at hollyholiday.m.
When it comes to fundraising, one unforgettable night can change everything.
For over 36 years, Norman Wasserman has helped nonprofits bring their vision to life through the power of live music.
From Motown to rock, from disco to country, from soul to the biggest hits of every generation.
Friend Entertainment has you covered.
Call Norman today at 631-987-8477.
That was such a good ad. Chris wanted to run it twice. All
Norman,
right. Yes.
have you met the Journey Band?
Yes.
We're going to see them next week.
I did a journey show for Lori Landine.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yep. So the answer is yes. And if you're interested in being on the Business Awareness Hour or talk to me about running a fundraiser for your charity, give me a buzz at 631-987-8477. That's 631-987-8477. So let's go back to the show, as they say. What is your movie about? Tell us what the movie is all about.
The movie is all about 2 situations that happened in my life. From the domestic violence marriage, I thought that I had met my Prince Charming, only to find out one day. It's a long story. So for the sake of time, I found out that my ex-husband lied to me. He told me he'd been in prison for 9 years. I'm sorry, he'd been in the Marine Corps for 9 years, when I found out that he was actually in prison for first-degree murder.
Are you kidding? And you didn't know he was in jail for that?
No. And I knew his mom and dad. My mom knew his mom and dad, but he threatened his parents that he would kill them if they told me.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I didn't see any signs, nothing. But he killed a man in cold blood, dragged him into the woods.
That boy needed some coaching.
Yeah. But so, what do you do with that information? I just totally went into shock and ran out of his mom's house. And I went to a restaurant and begged the manager to keep me safe. And I called my mom and dad and they came and got me. And I had to go back with him because he told me he's going to go home and kill my cat and burn the house down. So I felt compelled that I had to go back to him. And the thing about it is that it was awful. The next day he was like, well, now that my secret's out, I'm just going to make your life miserable. And he did. He beat me up almost every single day. Tried to
Really?
break my bones. And just ripped me of my self-confidence.
Didn't you get any legal papers to keep him away from you?
There was nothing called protection orders then. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing. And I called the police one time after we got into this big fight. He left, but I couldn't have proved enough evidence. And I had black and blue eyes. And they were like, well, how do I know you didn't run into a door? So I've had some go-arounds with some police officers, I can tell you.
Let me ask you a question, because I know in other professions, whether it be coaching or medical or psychological, you that is a coach may go to another coach.
Correct.
All right. Do you do that?
I have done that in the past, yes.
Okay. So you're kind of like current on what's going on
Right.
and how to help people. Holly, you got another question?
I do. So we know that you're an international and national speaker, and I love hearing you. What is your biggest highlight as a speaker?
Oh my gosh. Long story short, I was asked by Casting Crowns Christian artists to share the stage with them and deliver a message of hope and healing in a domestic violence chaotic world. And they're very passionate about teen abuse and women abuse. And so, like I said, it's a long story short. I met them before this night, and this guy was carrying my brochure for the center around for over 6 months, and they decided they're going to come to Indianapolis and support our group. And it was a fantastic night. And I spoke in front of 8,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I had lights shining down on me. And even to the point when I was walking to the restroom, people were like, you have a halo over your head.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And yeah. Was I nervous? Of course I was nervous. But it was a night that I'll never forget. And they raised over $122,000 for us that night.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Casting Crowns will always have my heart. Yes.
That's great. Did you ever speak internationally? Did you go to what countries have you been to?
Well, it's all been virtual.
Okay, but what countries have you spoken?
India, Australia, UK, London, Mexico. That's about it. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yes.
Where would you like to speak? What countries would you like to be asked to go to?
I in person, I would love to be
Well,
asked
you
to.
in person, look, and the internet now is like being there in person. So
No, I want to go in person, and I want them to pay my fee. So it would be Australia, Hawaii, or Europe.
nice.
Yes. So anybody out there that needs a speaker and international, just let me know. I would love to go.
Well, we're going to give your phone number out and other information again before the night is over. Do you have any upcoming events that you're looking at?
As of right now, I do not, but I will most likely starting in the fall. I'll probably go back to my workshops that I have monthly.
Mm-hmm. When are you
Yes.
going to be launching the short film?
If everything goes right, it will be the end of May.
Now, you mentioned something this afternoon that maybe somebody that's tuned in can help you with. It's
Yes.
called Netflix.
Yes.
If anybody knows someone in Netflix that can help you with your film, Chris, can you put up the contact information again? As long as we're talking about this, let me do this for you. You want to get in touch with Terry, give her a buzz at 317-201 8389. That's 317-201-8389. And if you want to reach her off through the internet, terrymorecoaching.com. Terry, Terri, Moore, Moore, coaching, do it yourself.com. A little levity there. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to chat about and let people know? Anything that we left out? Anything that you'd like to talk about?
Well, yes.
Go ahead.
My biggest coaching highlight is when I had a woman come to me and she could not even look at me. She had her head down as we were walking into the coaching room. And, second session, I said, honey, I really need you to look at me. And she did. She brought her head just very little to my eyes. And I want to cry when I tell this story. I really do, because out of every client that I've had, this one has been the most transformed one. And she is now, I worked with her for a while, and she is now public speaker. She has published over 8 books, and she's doing phenomenal. She got married. She has kids. So it's just warms my heart.
About how many people, since you've been doing this, have you helped? I mean, not that they just visited you or whatever. Stories like you just mentioned about this young woman. How many people are there like that?
Oh, that's a very good question. I would say 300.
Okay. If you have 300 people like this, that deserves a book.
Mm-hmm.
Have a book right there. You probably have a series of books if you have 300 people.
So that's your 5th book, right? You're
So
doing
that would be your own separate series, or hook that series up to what you're doing. But you got 300 people that you've helped.
Oh no, more than that. These are just the one pound.
I'm talking about seriously help people that were really all screwed up that you really went to bat for, and that you helped, like this lady.
That's everybody. So I would say good in my 11 years of coaching, I'd say probably 2,000.
Wow.
And that's through stages. That's through book signings. That's through podcasts.
That's serious stuff.
Yes.
See, no one
you coach through to everyone. I mean, it's like you don't just do it locally. You coach online, so you could coach anyone.
Yep, I coach all over the world. Yes, as long as I can understand their language.
Right.
So since this new book is coming out, let's tell everybody again what the name of the book is going to be and what it's all about.
Okay, so there's going to be 4 books coming out. They're going to be series. One is going to be about removing emotional triggers from your past. The second one's going to be about self-esteem. The third one's going to be about forgiveness. And the fourth one is going to be about dreams and visions. Because after you go through the forgiveness part, you're going to be able to look in that mirror and give yourself a loud and proud 10. Okay? And just like I did. And then the dreams and the visions, they'll no longer see that blurry vision, or they'll not be held back from their vision and dreams. They'll be ready to go for it.
So do you think that these will be sold separately? And then, or is it going to be, so they'll, and I like the point that you're making them simple, like you said, so people don't get overwhelmed and they can take it one step at a time. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, we all have a short attention span. So
yes,
I talked to a publisher today, and he says you probably shouldn't go over 140 pages, but I don't even think I'm going to go do that, because I want everybody to read this book from front cover to back.
Do you pay per page or per word?
Do what now?
The book, when you print it and when you come with a story, when you speak to a publisher, do you pay per line? Do you pay per page? How do you get compensated?
How do I get compensated?
Or when you make the deal with the publisher, how does he pay you?
Oh, well, first of all, the ones that I've talked to, they'll be coming to my home office, and then I'll be signing them and shipping them out. So then I'm going to get more profit off of that.
So she self-publishes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't
So
think
it's kind of like a la carte. So, there's different packages, but I'm far ahead of those packages. So great question.
I think I did pretty good on great questions tonight. Okay, but
He wins it.
I have a statement now that we're going to make. Towards the end of each show, we ask our guest to address the people that are watching and listening to this show. Why should they use you versus using another coach that does the same thing? But what is it that you have? I know what I know. I think I know, but tell everybody. Why should they use Terry Moore?
Okay. Thank you. Great question. They should hire me as their coach because I have walked in a lot of your shoes. And I know there's coaches out there that just became a coach, okay, but they do not have a backstory to tell.
Right.
And I walk with you. I'm your biggest cheerleader. You can always get a hold of me. I have a very unique story that we got into a little bit of it. But the other thing is when I'm interviewed on TV or radio or whatever, that's the first question they ask. Why are you so unique? What makes you stand out?
That's the first question they ask?
The interview person, yes. They want to know right away. And I tell them this, is that because I share my own struggles, okay? And my poor husband, he knows that there's times if a woman is going through a tough marriage or, having bumps with their husband or whatever, I'll share some of my struggles with them about my marriage. My dog passed away in February. My clients all know that. And some of us cried together, so I become your, huh?
I said, that's therapy for you.
Yes. And I become their friend. So if you hire me, you're going to have a lifelong friend. Even when I graduate you, I still stay in contact with all my clients. And because I love them. I love each and every one of them. And I can guarantee you, and I have a money back guarantee, that if I don't help you in 4 sessions, you get your money back. If you don't have breakthroughs in those 4 sessions, I will give you all your money back. A lot of coaches can't do that.
Statement.
That's wonderful.
You're behind what you say. That's great. Well, we really appreciate you being on here tonight. It was really soulful.
Thank you for having me again.
Let everybody know. So we're going to give them one last time how to get in touch with you. All right. And I'll help you out. I'll knock this off for you. If you want to get in touch with Terry Moore, 317-201-8389. 317-201-8389. When you get a hold of her, tell her that Lori and Norman said hello and find out if they push your book. If you want Terry's book, by the way, Terry, how can they get your book?
They can go to my website and order it, and I sign it and I ship it out.
There you go.
It's called Face to Face with God, My Best Friend. It is not a religious book. This is a spiritual discovery book.
It sounds religious. Chris,
no, it's not.
Can we use that now? Thank you.
It's not. Can I say one more thing?
You can say 2 things.
Okay. So, as you know now, I am a national and international keynote speaker. I'm looking for stages all across the country to be on there. And I'm also looking for women's retreat leaders. I'm also looking for church leaders. So if you can please help me in any of those referrals, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
I have somebody else for you. When you call tomorrow and ask about Matt, all right, to Mike, speak to him about the lady that became president of an internet college.
Internet college.
She's looking to do fundraising, which I may be doing for her.
Okay.
So this is a good person for you to talk to.
Okay, thank you.
He has lots of referrals in his pocket tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
a referral guy, you know. So
Yes.
we're looking for some referrals. We want to appear anywhere in the country, help any charity that's out there. 36 years I've been doing this. If you need to get in touch and raise some money or create some awareness, please give me a call. And on that note, we will see everybody next week. We thank you for being here, Terry. Bang up job. We thank you. Don't leave. Don't you just stay where you are. And we're going to end the show. And everybody, thank you again. Thank you so much. Holly, love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Bye, guys.